Hello, Paige.
Hello.
I need to figure out how to get my name to not be Mark Dilworth because that's a
Yeah, I was wondering about that yesterday.
I had to use his Zoom account, so he has the fancy paid pro version. Hello, Lori. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Joe.
Good morning.
Good morning. Does everyone, if they have a question, know how to unmute themselves? Take a second and make sure you know how to do that. Joe, you're on mute, so I can see you, but I can't hear you. So if you move your mouse and then to the bottom left, there's a button that says mute or unmute.
Got it.
Or I can just unmute you.
I got it.
Okay, awesome. Rebecca, you good? I can't see your face
Good.
anymore, so.
I know.
Well, I see your face, but I don't see
I know.
video.
That's a little scary.
I also love that it's like your headshot, so it's all like perfect and like.
I know. Everybody else is like ponytail, hair up.
I don't know how to get rid of that.
I love
you, just,
Maybe next
lighting.
you would just turn your video on and that would replace it.
time. Okay, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
My lighting is
Good.
great.
What'd you say?
My lighting is great. I love it.
I know. I just see this shadowy figure that sounds like Lori. Hello again, Christina. All right, awesome, guys. I'm glad we got a decent group. I'm excited. I thought I was going to be teaching to an empty Zoom call. So,
That's the real me.
hi, now I see you. Hello.
Hey.
So today we were going to go over app and website. So getting that app set up, and then if you still need to get your website set up. So do you guys have a preference of which we start with? Because I know a lot of you guys have already set up your app, but then some of y'all might have set up your website. So what are we feeling today?
I haven't set up either, so I don't care.
Okay. What were you saying, Rebecca?
I have not set up my app. I might need to get rid of my mute. So whichever.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. And this is all recorded, so don't feel like you have to, follow along, with me. You can always go back and watch it again. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. So in Command, once you are in the system, so agent.kw.com, you would click on Consumer on the bottom left. Again, so this is something that if your Zoom is super zoomed in, you might have to back out a little bit in order to see that icon. That's a very common problem. So just click on Consumer. And then if you go to Site and App Settings, and then URLs, this shows you what your URL is to download your app. So Joe and Rebecca, if you guys have not downloaded your new app, just go ahead and on your phone, delete the old red KW app. And then what you would do is come here, and then I would just use the text code because that'll take you exactly to your app. And then you would download that new app. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think you downloaded it.
Megan, I'm sorry to interrupt. How do because I zoomed in, or I've got your page all wide open, so I can't close it to be able to get on to Command. How do I do that?
You'd have to not make it full screen, I would think.
How do I make it not full screen? I'm trying to, sorry.
Mine's doing the same thing where it says you're viewing, well, it says Mark Dilworth's screen, but it should say view options, and mine says fit to Windows. So maybe if you adjust it.
Oh, I did it. Perfect. Yes, thank you for that.
Okay, good.
Gosh, I gotta get my name changed on here. I am not Mark Dilworth. Okay, so yeah, so once you're on this page, this will give you your URL for your people to download it, and then also the text code. Now, etiquette on when to use each one. So the URL is great for whenever someone can click on something. So if you're texting out your app saying, hey, download my new app, it's awesome, then you would want to send the URL. if you have a sign, for sale sign or an open house sign that's customized to you, you could have a writer that says, hey, download my app for more info, text blah, blah, blah to blah, 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 you know? Because whenever they can click it, the URL is way easier. So you can put it in your email signature, you can post it to Facebook, you can text it to them, skywrite it to them. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, so whatever you know, wherever you can put a link, you can absolutely put that app URL.
I have
The
a
text,
question.
yeah.
Can we go in here and see a list of who has downloaded our app?
You can. So if I click on my contacts, now I have noticed a glitch with this, and they are trying to fix this. So if you go to filters, so go to filters and then branded to me. You can select yes. So this will show you everyone who has downloaded your app and apply.
Oh.
Yep, and so this is what's been going on. So this was working yesterday, so that means that they're at least like in there fixing stuff. What was happening was that it was only pulling the ones that were new to
The new app.
yes.
Basically.
So like when
Okay.
when I was already in her contacts and then I downloaded the app, it did not show me as branded, but then you could go into my individual contact and it showed all of the stuff I was looking at. So there was a disconnect with that filter, which it looks like they're working on that because it's not even working at all now. So I'm sure they're messing with that today. But great question.
Could you back up again and just, how did you see that? I'm on the same page as you right now. You said to go on to filters and then.
Yep, so you would go to filters and then branded to me.
Where is that?
At the bottom, bottom. Right column.
I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it. Okay. I see it. Thank you.
And so it does appear that it's not working at the moment. So definitely check back tomorrow or this afternoon. And hopefully that will then be fixed and it'll show everyone who's downloaded your app. So then back to consumer with that URL. A really cool tip that I saw on a video on someone's Facebook page. I thought it was really, really cool. How many of you guys have iPhones?
I do.
Oh, again.
Everyone but Christina, again. I'm just kidding. So on your iPhone, you can go into your settings, which Android, I believe it's the same. It just might be a different way to get there, Christina. But you go into your settings and for autocorrect. So I one time as a prank did this to somebody. I changed all their autocorrects to really like mess up their text. And it was really funny for a second, but then I had to fix it. Point being, what you can do is put a preset for your autocorrect to where, for example, you say, I'm going to type KW app, and then you replace it with something. So you're texting someone you want to share your KW app. Instead of having to type out everything, you could just type out KW app and have a whole preset paragraph of what it is you want to say.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's brilliant.
Super, super cool.
Yes.
So
Right.
use it for good, not for evil. Autocorrect. So definitely look into that, and I can help you on an individual level, or I can do like a phone record video. It's kind of hard to show my phone like on here, but I can do one of those videos that records my screen on my phone later if that's something that would be helpful for you guys. But I just thought that was a great idea. So rather than having to even copy and paste your URL or having to like type out a whole message, all you have to do is type my KW app or KW app, and then it just autocorrects. Super cool. Okay, do you guys have any question about how to download or share these things?
I've got a question.
Yeah.
So I went over to the command, and in my command, it doesn't have the URL in there or the text code. Are they all going to be different? Do I need to copy and paste these?
No, every app, every person's is different. So you don't want to use the ones on the screen.
All right, so should mine already be in there?
It's possible that if you haven't set up your website through here, that it hasn't generated a URL.
I've already set up my website, and I think you've downloaded the app on my phone.
Okay.
But when I went to use my app yesterday, it doesn't recognize that it's me, I think, or something. I mean, I can use it, but
So let me just clarify. So do you see a URL on this page for you?
no. So I think I've already done the website a little bit and the app, but I didn't do anything to the app yet.
So the app, so how they have set it up this time is unlike the other one, you don't see the branding unless you create a customer login. So you won't see your face on it unless you act like you're a customer and create a login. So I've suggested everybody do that just so you can see what your customers see, and you have that assurance that it is your app that you have on your phone. So you would just sign up like you're a new person, and first name, last name, your personal email, and a password. And then you'll actually be able to see too how that then pulls over to your database, which is
So I did do that, and then it showed me, but it didn't show an updated profile.
so profile for your app. That's actually a really great question. So if you go in command to your name and then settings, fight the urge to actually click on profile because there's two. So you're gonna go to settings and then command settings. Excuse me, connect settings, and then marketing profile. So this is the profile that pulls over on your app. So that bio, all of the contact information.
Okay, I'm going to go to my name, then go to profile. Okay.
Not profile, your name, and then settings, and then connect settings, marketing profile.
Okay, and then we go to where from there?
Where are you?
I went from my name to settings.
Then connect settings.
Wow.
And then marketing profile.
Can we add our mobile app on this?
On what?
Like, I guess in our bio, which I haven't done a bio, but.
Okay.
Well, so you could, but this, I mean, for the app's sake, it would be a little redundant to do that, but you can put it in there for wherever else this feeds to. So this also feeds to your website, but that can be edited as well. So, I mean, I don't think it's necessary, but.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So then I'm going to go back to that consumer page. Rebecca, if your URLs aren't showing up at all.
No, I'm good. This is all I needed, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just couldn't figure out how to get my bio to feed into my app.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I figured, thank you, I got it.
Any more questions about the app before? Because I kind of already covered guides yesterday, so I wasn't going to go too deep into that. Was there anything else as far as the app is concerned that you guys wanted to talk about or have questions about?
Well, I just think that,
right now.
Megan, I think that just that one step you just did, I don't know if everybody's already done it, but to go from, my name down to settings over to marketing profile, that's important stuff. Has everybody already done that?
We've covered it in a couple lab classes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's okay. No, it's all good. But I mean, there's always somebody that hasn't. So no, it's definitely good feedback that we can make sure everybody's done their marketing profile for sure.
Okay.
I haven't done a bio, so if that makes you feel good.
Everybody hates doing a bio, which is so funny to me. Because everyone loves to talk about themselves, but they don't like to write about themselves.
Do you find that it would probably be helpful if we did do a bio, or do you?
It's definitely helpful. I mean, Rebecca, you can speak to that because you got that Kelly referral based on your personal bio about being a teacher, right?
Yeah, I did. Right. Forgot about that.
So personal details are definitely beneficial for people, customers, potential customers, referrals. That's what gives them a sense of who you are. Am I, as a millennial, more likely to read a bio or stalk them on Facebook? probably Facebook. But that's just my generation. You know, it's to cover, you want to cover both audiences for sure. So definitely fill out a bio, definitely make sure all your social media platforms show who you are. And yeah.
I'll have to see if I can get somebody to write something about me.
Just don't overthink it. I just wrote like 5 quick sentences, and it's the same thing I tell my customers. I lived in the area for 28 years, you know, blah, 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 blah. Same thing you would tell anybody else. An elevator pitch.
Okay.
Yeah, your elevator pitch.
Okay, that's okay.
And you can always go
Thank
back and
you.
Yeah, you can always go back and edit it.
Yep.
Okay, so then let's jump into some website stuff. So agent site pages, if you click on that, here you can see where your URL, or excuse me, what your URL is for your website. If you have not done the basic setup, that would be the first step. So, oh my gosh, this is so funny. I'm just gonna minimize you guys, but I'll bring you back. Okay. So if you have not done that basic setup, you're gonna wanna click on configure your site. And then you're gonna select that you wanna use the KW site, submit. And then literally you just go step by step through this guide. They've made it super simple to follow. There are a few, you know, potential hurdles here and there, but I'm pretty sure they fixed all of those things by now. So you would just confirm your domain, fill out your marketing profile information. All of this should automatically pull from your marketing profile that we just visited. However, if you want to add something, you are welcome to. You are not required to put a legal footer. You can put each office is independently owned and operated. That's what Lee Ford has on his. Imaging, so sometimes they get funny about having a square profile photo. I don't know why that is. However, if you need help resizing that, definitely can help. Uh-oh, Joe, my dog hears your dog. Her ears. She's like, oh man.
Somebody made the mistake of riding their bike past the front of the house.
Oh, geez. You know, that's just so rude of people. Like, come on, be considerate, people. Don't ride in front of the house.
It is so rude, you know?
I know, the nerve that people have. It's funny. There's a doormat that says, no need to ring the doorbell and get the dogs involved. I thought that was so funny. I want to get one so bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the check. So brokerage logo, if you have a team logo, you can put that in there. Facebook URL, those of you that don't know how to find this, just let me know. It's as easy as just pulling up your business page and copying what's in that search bar. And then Instagram, you can also put your Instagram on here. And that would be, it's literally just www.instagram.com, then the slash, and then it's whatever your username on Instagram is. So when you log in to Instagram, if you go to your profile, you'll be able to see that YouTube.
Is that the
if you have
same
a
thing
YouTube,
with LinkedIn?
sorry?
I'm sorry. Is
About
that the same
LinkedIn?
thing?
So LinkedIn, to get your URL, you would just go to your profile and then select whatever's in the search bar, copy and paste.
I have a question.
Yeah.
On my homepage, just like you're on Kelly's right now, go to the top left and our logo. Okay, exactly where your cursor is. That's how big mine is. It's so tiny. So how do you get that other KW?
So that KW, I don't think even shows up because I don't have that uploaded. I have this one twice. We never activated hers because she still uses Paster. So hers is a little bit weird. But you're right, it does show up very small on most people's websites. That's because it required us to do a square rather than, you know, ours is a rectangle.
Yeah.
So it could have updated since then. Try to upload just the high quality PNG or the JPEG logo and see if it'll accept it now. If it does, awesome. If not, you'll have to, you could resize it to a square, but just try to make it as big as possible. Because that's what we did with this one. But, you know, I get that yes, it does look small.
And where do you change the photos in your, is that over on the right, I guess?
Yep, so on the right-hand side, you'll upload
Okay.
them.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Megan, where did you say that we can get the URL from our business page? How do you?
So on Facebook, you would go to your business page, just pull up like you're viewing it like a customer, and then copy and paste what's in that top search bar.
Okay, okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay. So app link, it does automatically populate that app link. So Lori, when you were saying, do we need to put this in our profile? This is what I was thinking. I knew this populated. So really, I don't think it's necessary to put it in that profile.
Okay.
So then save and continue. So then the next page, you can pick red or black. Lots of choices here. You can pick red or black for your two colors. And then homepage text is that text that goes across the search bar. So this one says find your dream home. Whatever you want to put there. If you have some catchy phrase, feel free to use that. Upload a homepage hero image. So these hero images, you have 5 that will scroll through like a slideshow behind that search bar. Okay. Now, you have to use landscape, which means horizontal, high quality images for these. So this isn't like, oh, I took a selfie on my iPhone, with me and my dog or whatever. Like it has to be a high quality image or else it will look really bad. So my suggestion, I really love, I don't know if I can see. Oh, there we go. Unsplash.com. I say it all the time. Unsplash has a lot of really awesome free stock photos. So you could just search for house and use any of these. I know some of them don't look like Florida, but it doesn't really matter. Just look for something pretty. So you can go through here, and then once you pick one that you like, all you have to do is click on that download button, and it goes to your downloads folder, unless you tell it otherwise. So then you can upload 5 of those photos, and then we are on to the next screen. So then the next one is company profile. So if you have a team, this is where you could talk about how great your team is and what the name of your team is and all of that. Now, majority of people aren't on a team. So what you could put here is the About KW type stuff. I have some stock verbiage that was sent to me just about like, rah, rah, KW, like we're awesome, our agents are great. I can send that to you guys. I'm just gonna.
Yes, please.
Quick roll so I know who to send this to. And it also, in that zip file, there's also some like KW stock photos and stuff like that. This is all from our regional tech guy, Donnie, who is awesome. So thanks, Donnie, for that. So then for like your page title, you could say why work with KW agent, click on content, and then that's where you would fill in this intro paragraph and then each one of these little sections. So there's 2 sections to fill in and 2 images.
I got sidetracked, and how do I get back to what you're doing? I did consumer agent site pages, but then how do I get back to where I can edit?
We're in the Kelly guide, so I just clicked on configure your site. So if you just want to click on configure and just click next for each of the steps to get here, you should be able to.
It says what provider do I use, the KW agent site?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Or else you'll have to pay for stuff. So up to you. Okay, so scroll down, scroll down. You can also have a footer if you like. If you want, like, I guess you can't put an image for this one. So I don't know what you put. So then continue, and then that takes you to your About Me page. Most of this should all populate. If it cuts your photo all wonky, let me know. Because most likely you'll just have to make it a square and then upload it, and then it should cut it better. But also sometimes people's headshots are, you know, at funny, like, oh, I'm this way or I'm this way. And so it sometimes will cut it funny. So just let me know if you have any problems with that.
Okay.
So then contact information, again, just click on content on the right-hand side, double check all of that, make sure it's all good, then click on continue. The last page is a contact us form. Really the only thing to edit here is if you want to change the intro paragraph or change the message hint. So the message hint is what shows up in this message box. So are you looking to buy or sell? What is your time frame? Where are you in your search? What is your budget? If you have different questions that you'd prefer them to answer, go ahead and put those in there. And it can't be what's your email address and phone number because that's already there. Okay, save and continue. And then you're good to go. So it's all set up, and then you would X out of the guide. And then on agent site pages, you would be able to see the pages that are active. There are ways of adding, this is the scary thing, there are ways of adding a few pages to your website. However, it is not as user-friendly as our old platform, so I typically would say if you have a specific vision for what you want it to be, to reach out to me. However, there are 2 pages that I feel pretty good about if you wanted to add them. So there's a testimonials page, but the problem with the testimonials page is that they have to fill it out, kind of like Zillow, like they have to fill it out themselves. Like you can't copy and paste it and add it. So that's one thing. You can also add the Homekeeper blog. It just looks a little different. It doesn't show up quite as clean. It's just kind of one single row that's been embedded in. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Did I lose you? Okay. So in order to add another page to your agent site, you would click on create a new site, and then you want it to be on my agent site, create page. Okay. So then I'm going to minimize your eyes so you can see the whole screen. Okay. These are widgets. So say for your page, you want to do the testimonials list. You would click and drag and drop. So it's already populates all of this info, right? And then say you want to do a capture form at the bottom. So say, hey, if you want to add a testimonial, click here. You would then pick the testimonial capture form, click, drop, and then that would show up at the bottom of the page. Now, because we're using widgets, we then have to click on configure widgets. Okay, so then when I click on testimonials list, so see this one has a green check mark. That means there's nothing to edit for that widget. This one, there's still something incomplete. So I'm going to click on testimonials list. So headline, so let's say, hear what our customers are saying. Okay, so something to title that page. Intro text. Let's say, we are so thankful to work with such great people. Thank you in advance for testimonies. I don't know, something. Okay.
Megan, I'm
Yep.
sorry, is this what our customers are going to be writing, or is this something that we put in for our customers if they have written us something?
So they have to submit the testimonial. It can't be that you just copy and paste it like on the previous website.
So when they're in this, they're actually the ones that do it themselves, and it's that easy?
No, so what they would do is fill out this contact form. So so this would be something, so the excuse me, what is this called? The capture lead form. So this, they fill out first name, last name, address, client since, and then they write their review here. So this is something you would send them a link to this page on your website and say, hey, would love if you could submit a testimonial.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like this. So we're filling out what we want this page to look like first at the top. So client details, what do we want them to submit? First name, last initial, city, client since, neighborhood. I think that's all okay. I feel like neighborhood though is a little funny. I'm gonna check. That's okay. So then browse testimonials. If someone has created a testimonial, you'd be able to select it here to then upload it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So save and apply. So see how that changed to what it says, right? And it says no testimonials available because no one's done one yet. Save. And then the next widget, so it had a green check mark, so it fooled us a little bit. It does say not configured, so it's fine. So team name, headline text, we want to hear from you. Okay, and then description, so it says, thank you for being a valued client. That should say customer. You are a transaction broker. Oh, it's gonna make me type it. Help me to continue, shouldn't say to help me continue to provide the best service that you and so many others have come to trust. I would sincerely appreciate if you could take a few moments to leave a review. Oh, you didn't even let me finish it. That's a bummer. You only get 200 characters.
Oh.
So I would appreciate if you could leave a review. Just say that. Okay, so then review headlines. That's that headline text. We'll say, oh no, that's the how would you rate your experience. So I'm going to just say that because it's the stars. How would you rate your experience? Review placeholder. Oh, so you can put placeholder text. I'm going to leave that blank. I'll leave that blank. So then save and apply. Dun, dun, dun. So then this is what it looks like. Hear what our customers are saying. We want to hear from you. They can then rate you. That's pretty fun. And then submit that. Okay.
Great.
So now, yep. Question?
No, I said great.
Oh, okay, cool. So then I'm going to title this page Testimonials Page. Whoop. Okay, keep hitting caps lock. Okay, so then save changes. Would you like to publish this? Absolutely. Okay, so now here you can see that it's not active. Okay, we would think it would be active from doing that, but it's not. So I have to go into my site and app settings, site pages, and then I have to add it first to my menu for it to then be added. Does that make sense? I have to create a place for it to go before it can be active. So we're going to add a page. So this one's going to be the testimonials page we just did. Good thing I titled it. That could have been bad. Okay, so continue. And then we're going to call this testimonials. Actually, I like the word reviews better. This is a little less. Okay, so reviews, the slug. So a little definition time. URL slug is what shows up after the main URL. So if you look up here at this search bar, so like that is the slug. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So what do we want to say after that? So we're going to do.
Let me ask you, when you do the are you familiar with the bit.ly?
The bit.ly? Mm-hmm.
Bit.ly, yeah. So if you do that and you change something in the, the bit.ly, will it always, if they copy, say for instance, I changed, the URL and then they copy that, is that always going to work every time? Like if
So you change the URL using bit.ly and then you send that out to people. So right. You're saying, does it expire?
Right.
Not to my knowledge. There might be some generators that do expire if you don't pay for them. That would just be something you'd have to look at which provider you're using for that. Because I know bit.ly, there's a free version and then there's a paid version, which I don't really know the difference. I don't use it that often. I would just check to make sure that there's no expiration on that.
Okay.
So an SEO description, you can write in some different keywords that might help people find it if they're Googling better. Don't spend a ton of time on this because really your website, as far as SEO, the best way to help your SEO is to be adding new content and getting people actually on your site. So, you know, people spend hours and hours on this, but really organic is the best way to get people to build your SEO. So description, we'll just put testimonials, Kelly Russell, because that's her name. If I spell it right. Realtor, Jacksonville, views. There we go. Okay, save page changes, updated successfully. So now, fingers crossed, I can go back to agent site pages. And now it's blue, yay. That means, well, oh, because we don't use this. Okay, so that's why. Oh, that's funny. Okay. What happens if I do this? Oh, it takes into a replacer. It connects. That's funny. Okay. Well, if you guys are using the agent site and not Playster still, it will take you to that testimonials page. Sorry about that, guys. So we just created a page. So you guys can play around with the different widgets and stuff to see, you know, what type of content you can add. So like anytime you create a landing page, or excuse me, so swipe to the blue button. Create a new agent site. Make sure it's on my agent site if you want it to be attached. And then so the different widgets, you've got a team widget. So that would be to meet the team, talk about everyone on your team. Agent profile, you already have one on your website, so you really shouldn't have to use that one. Yeah, so don't worry about that one. Contact form, again, already on your website. Testimonials carousel. I don't know how that differs from the list. Well, I guess there's an arrow so they can click through them. It's a different format. That's pretty cool. Company profile. So this one I've seen a lot of people that are getting creative with these websites have used this company profile widget because it seems to have the most flexibility when you're editing it to put whatever information you want. So it's got the picture across the top, a header, an intro paragraph, and then 2 different paragraphs to mess with. So when I click on configure, I have a lot of freedom with what I can put in here versus some of the other ones are definitely more restrictive. So I've seen people do like, they embed a video into this section. So like video of like a drone video of Jacksonville, or this could be like your areas page. So you could say 2 featured areas this month and have, you know, this neighborhood or this neighborhood. You know, just try to get creative. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that I try to save when I see good ideas like that. So I know on my playlist on YouTube for the IDX website, I've got a few ones like that of how to embed a video. If there's an embed code for anything, you can pretty much put that on here. So like Spotify, you can embed a playlist if you want to. Quarantine tunes. Trying to think what else has an embed code. Your Homekeeper blog has an embed code. So that's how you would get your Homekeeper blog to populate here if you'd like to do that. So you would just get your blog embed code from your login, and then you would slip that in here, which I have a video on how to do that as well. So, do you guys have questions?
Had so many questions as, okay, now I've got to go attack and find out what my questions are.
Yeah, for sure. Just keep a Megan question list. That's, you know, just keep a running little. Sorry?
You said you recorded this morning?
Yep. All of the videos I've been doing have been recorded and will get posted. So.
Okay, perfect.
Where do
I'm
you find the
flooding
posted
y'all's
videos?
Facebook feed. Sorry, what'd you say?
Where do you find the posted videos?
Most of them will be on my YouTube channel, and I divide them up by playlist. There's also, all of them are on the Facebook group for Jack's Beach and for Moon Eye.
Okay.
Hey, Megan. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm on the consumer site and app settings, you know, in Command.
Okay.
And there says download app landing page,
Mhm.
which says it's a pre-created landing page, allows your clients to download your branded mobile app.
Yes.
What does that mean? It says download app hero text. So,
Great question. Yeah. So this app URL, this is what you would essentially send and people would click on to download your app, right? So if I copy this, I want to show you guys what shows up. So they click on this and it takes them to a custom landing page. And you can edit this information if you want to. I'll show you where to do that. Really, there's not much to edit. You can change, you know, this text up here. And then your name and face, pretty much. So, and to do that, we would go to Learn More with Kelly guides again,
Okay.
and do consumer settings. And then you walk through those consumer settings. So it's the same type of deal, you just walk through each step.
okay. And then another thing, I updated my bio that's going to be in my app. It's like if they search me as an agent, so I updated it while we were talking,
Mhm.
but it hasn't actually updated. I checked on my phone in the app.
Takes
Do I
about
need-
24 hours.
24 hours, okay. Okay, cool.
Good question.
All right. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Well, you got time to do it, so that's good, right? Or hopefully you have some time to do it. Is anybody, like, are you guys still showing properties, or is that kind of stuff slowed down, or?
I showed 3 houses yesterday.
That's good.
So that's still moving, that's good.
I'm writing a new listing over the weekend. Yay.
Nice.
I
Okay,
have
I
a
had-
customer that's coming into town next week. They've already sold their home in Boston. They have to come find a house.
What do
Yeah.
they want?
He's an older man, 76 with a 13-year-old daughter. They're looking in St. John's. It's got to be one of the communities where the daughter can have a social life.
Okay.
And I have a budget up to 700.
Wow.
4 bedrooms, 1 story.
I have one. It's coming on the market this weekend. So I'll contact you.
Okay. Thank you.
Guys, the
I'll be here
reasons
next
you should
week,
come to
Wednesday,
Tech
Thursday.
Time.
What?
I said the reasons you should come to Tech Time. We just had a transaction just happen. I mean, come on, this is great. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just heard yesterday, 'cause there was one that got just listed last week, like right during all this craziness, and it just got under contract. People are still buying and selling houses.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Thank you, Rebecca.
You're welcome.
Rates are still good, but I think they did go up a little bit.
Yeah, they did go up a little bit, but we talked to, so we're looking to refi, and we talked to our mortgage person, and he was saying that he can't even guarantee it by the hour. Like, it's so volatile right now that he sees a change like 2 times a day, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Well, and Steve Shane had actually posted somewhere on his Facebook that on Monday that they had posted 170 new listings on MLS for Northeast Florida and 70 sales.
Wow.
wow. Wow,
So,
that's crazy. That's an
Stuff is still
interesting.
happening.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Awesome.
So just want to remind you guys too, those that are participating like in all these videos and everything, the 4:30 call, the database challenge call. So today we're going to be talking about different ideas and ways of following up with your contacts. So I'm actually going to be doing this calendar a little bit. I don't know if y'all have seen this before, but it's something we created that's got ideas for every month of like excuses to reach out to your database. So we'll be talking a little bit about that. I have been practicing what we've been preaching with the database stuff, and whew, I was ready for some wine yesterday for sure. I cleared out my entire database and then started building it from my phone, from my realtor database, like everything. Whew. I feel so accomplished though. It feels pretty good, I gotta say. So please make sure you guys are taking advantage of the time to really, I mean, dive into the tech and, you know, get acquainted with it, build that database, get them tagged, get them organized.
This afternoon we're tagging, is that right?
That was yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay, so I'll go back and watch that video.
Yeah. Wait, was it yesterday? Yeah, the challenge was to start tagging
Right.
yesterday. Yeah, which I gotta do that too.
Can you send us a copy of that calendar to print out on our own?
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't mind, just shoot me, those of you that want it, shoot me an email so I know who to send it to, because it's a big file. So, and I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Megan, I do appreciate everything you're doing, although I feel like there's a lot for us to catch up with, because I think that some of these things are time consuming
Yeah.
for us. So I do have, I've been pretty good. I've been doing everything you've sent, although it takes me an extra day to get it completely done. So I have a lot of homework, but then I'm not able to spend as much time on the shift, you know, with doing that shift.
The chapter thing.
Yeah, or that thing that he's doing. I'm sorry.
James Shaw.
Yeah, James Shaw.
Yeah.
So
well, no, and I totally understand. And I will say to you, I'm not doing videos on the weekends.
Okay.
So that could be a great time to catch up on stuff too.
Right.
From all of, you know, I don't know if James is doing the weekend ones either, because I know he probably takes Sundays off. So there's definitely going to be some time to catch up. And if y'all think I'm moving too quickly through some of it, I can definitely slow down on the database stuff. So you know.
No, it's good that you're video taping them.
yeah, that's good.
You can always go back.
I have done more videos in the past like 4 days than I think I have ever done.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's good. Well, thank you guys for coming this morning.
Thank you. Thanks for doing this.
No problem. I enjoy it. It's nice to actually talk to people.
Yeah.
Other than my dogs and my husband, so.
Okay, I'm out
Is
here.
there anything else for the rest of the day that you know of?
Is there anything like class-wise today?
Yeah, like a
Terry's
Zoom.
got one at 11.
Yep, Terry's got Hyperlocal at 11. That's going to be really good. I'm going to be attending that one. And then Connect Live, which I haven't really sent out this because y'all are already getting inundated. Connect Live has a bunch of classes today.
Yeah.
I know the region's sending out emails too. What'd you say, Rebecca?
From home office or something, right? Corporate. Is that
Yeah,
right?
so yeah, it's from the top that they've been doing those videos and sending them. But yeah, Connect Live, there's some stuff. And then 4:30 today, we're doing that database call, which is more of a live stream, so I'm just kind of talking and teaching. So it's not, you know, you can just listen to it. But then we're also doing happy hour, I want to say, Zoom. Kira sent out a link for a happy hour Zoom. I don't know who all that went to, but y'all are welcome to join.
What are we doing? Are we making tequila drinks?
I mean, if you have tequila at your house, I say go for it. I just bought some, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, I've got some.
To Connect Live. Would that be, is that it? ConnectLive.com?
It's through KW Connect. So you would go through
Okay,
MyKW.
that's where all the links are to these.
That's okay.
MyKW and then education.
Got it.
And then, wait a second. Maybe I have this wrong. Hold on. I just got an email this morning. I can forward this to you guys.
All right, thank
So
you.
is it just in an email and there's a link?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So this right here, which I'll just.
I think there's a link somewhere yesterday.
So,
Yeah, and at the bottom it says join Shift Daily, which is really good, but.
Paige, I have 2 emails for you, so I'm going to send it to both of them.
Okay.
I can't remember which one. Joe. Who am I missing? Am I missing anybody? Lonnie. Got everybody? Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks so
No
much.
problem. See y'all later.
See you later.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.